Welcome to episode 9 of The Eye of the Tyrant. If you like what we're doing here, please check out our Patreon where you can see exclusive actual plays of the systems that Andrew and I talk about on One Shots Tavern. And head over to oneshotstavern.com to pick up some sweet TTRPG themed merch, such as this magic missile tee in a nice Slayer 80s style. Today we are joined by Aaron playing Vesper.
Hey.
Corb playing Egg.
Greetings.
Brayden playing Seer.
Live from the apartment floor. It's whenever you're listening to this live.
And is Samuel playing PK or is PK playing Samuel? Welcome, PK.
Hello.
When we last left off, our Felonious Crew made their way to the desert to Celeste's garage for a drive regulator. When they arrived, they found imposters, and this led to a fight. Vesper committed yet another war crime, and Egg blowed up the garage.
Which was not a war crime, I guess.
It was not, it was self-defense. Bringing Celeste back to Cosmos. They're gearing up for the qualifier round of the skiff race, and that is where we are going to pick up in their in-suite. Hello. What would you guys like to do?
Why do you think they call it an in-suite, says Egg? It doesn't remind me of candy.
We can get you some candy if you wanted to, Egg.
Really?
It is full of just sweet people.
Growing up on the Crash Clan base, I never had any candy. It was a filthy tool of the bourgeoisie. I've never tasted sweet sugar beyond what I occasionally scrapped.
Yeah, same.
No candy? That sounds absolutely horrible, Egg.
It's alright, it gave me character. It made me the strong person I am today, I think.
Well,
Egg,
Egg, I wouldn't have you any other way. What is everybody's plan for today? I could just stay in the hotel room and watch some more television if that's what you require of me.
Well, Winless, you get to you hang out in the hotel room watching TV.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Me, I was gonna go look into getting some cool goggles for my skiff racing. That was what I thought I might want to grab. Does anybody want me to pick them up anything at a shop?
You seem to
I'll
go
go
off
with you,
alone
my
on your
friend.
own.
I require botanical supplies for my new cactus.
Ah, nice. I noticed that. And I point to a 4-foot-tall cactus and a big potted plant in the room.
I think Seer's been kind of sitting along the wall, kind of dressed up in the regalia, and despite himself, he's kind of got his knee kind of bouncing as he seems to be like deep in the midst of thought, and he finally picks himself up and goes, I will stay here. Winless, you won't be watching television. I need you to teach me.
Oh, yeah. I could definitely do that. No one else is going to stay with us?
Vesper?
Oh, okay.
You will, Winless, will need
Yes?
absolute concentration in order for this to work. I need you to tell me how your magic works. I need to gain whatever understanding of it I can.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Happy to help, Seer.
So he kind of looks to the rest of the group and kind of gives them a nod before turning and pacing about the space.
I think Seer's telling us we need to leave him alone.
Yeah. Best of luck, Winless.
Thank you. You should get some eggs, some candy while you're out.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
for some
really?
candy for
We
Egg.
can do that?
Oh, I thought you were saying we should get some eggs and candy.
Yes.
I wouldn't mind
Samuel.
some eggs.
Get egg candy.
Before you, and I think Seer's just so above all the kind of like banter today. You can see he's just like agitated. He kind of like glances over to Samuel and goes, "Before you depart, we must speak."
Okay. I go over to the little part of the motel room that is where the bathroom is. There's the two sinks and then the toilet, and I go kind of stand in the bathroom doorway Just
I
like
go
2
and
feet from the
also-
toilet.
Move to stand in the bathroom doorway and just like kind of like wedge each other in to like this little kind of like nook. Kind of like reach out and close the door.
Alright. What's up? As this echoes around the tiled bathroom. How's it going?
You must keep an eye on Vesper while you are out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I kind of figured. She's probably gonna try and run away or something.
No, I don't believe that she will attempt to run away, but we are now dealing with 2 unknown quantities instead of 1. Windless's divination and Vesper's ability to resurrect the dead. I have made the decision to not act like a Templar when it comes to either of these cases. I've allowed them both the grace to live, but I still need to keep an eye on them to make sure they do not cause harm.
Keep an eye on Vesper. I'll make sure that she doesn't do any resurrecting or dead necromancy out there, and make sure no one comes after her either.
Yes. It is not Vesper, our friend, that I'm worried about. It is this unknown quantity, this magic she possesses that is the enemy.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really see it as being an enemy kind of thing, but that's like your whole Templar thing. I mean, it's more. I get you. I'm glad you're not trying to kill him. That would complicate stuff.
Yes. I have decided, much as I have with Windless, that the better option is to understand thine enemy.
Yeah. What are you trying to learn from Windless? How to see the future?
I'm trying to understand the limits of what the Templar Order has prescribed as acceptable and unacceptable. I've already described to you the dangers of what Windless has to offer, but I also admit to being very uncertain about what he can achieve.
Yeah.
And I think Seer's kind of voice kind of drops a little bit here. You can tell even with the regalia on that he's a little kind of uncomfortable, but finally says, and when it comes time to it, I will need tricks at my disposal that they have not prepared for.
Hell yeah, dude. That sounds cool. Sounds cool as hell.
I'm glad.
Sorry, I'm waking up. I don't know. I
Yes,
did not expect you to want to be so rebellious, you know. I thought I'm
I
rubbing off on you.
already laid this clear. The Templars are corrupt. They must needs be cleansed.
Yeah, you did say that. That's right. I remember that now. Awesome. Fist bump.
Just slow, just...
Perfect. All right. I turn around. I flush the toilet. I open the door. Then I head on out.
Wow, were you two
So,
pooping together?
we'll follow-
That's what we used to do on the Crash Station.
You already know that I do not require the toilets.
I was
you were
using
just
the toilet, and he was
supervising
just
him.
going in the suit. Yeah, he was
I
just using
see.
the suit while I was in there.
Maybe we can do that together sometime, Seer.
All right,
And
Egg.
Seer just like takes a low look and then finally just returns back to the seat.
So, we'll follow Samuel, Vesper, and Egg as they head out into the city first, and we'll cut back to Seer and Windless when the time is right. So, PK, or sorry, Samuel, Vesper, Egg, you head out into the city. It is a warm, bustling day.
Egg basks in
Looks
the
like you're
glow of the
heading
nice
to-
sunlight.
Ah,
Egg basks in
that's
the glow
definitely
of the
something
nice
you don't
sunlight.
get to do.
People,
Yeah.
as he watches people go to and fro, 1,000 different faces of 1,000 different means, he stares off towards a random tree and says, "It's been so long since I felt the sweet taste of sugar. Was when I was 10 years old that I first felt a taste of a hard candy between my lips. Never once have I known such luxury before or since. That sweet, sweet glucose. If only it could mean more to me as a child, but alas, I had greater things to do, according to Alpha Crash. Where are we going?
Well, we can find you candy if you want, Egg.
Yeah. We can find you candy.
But where? Where in this great city can a man find candy? This great treasure, this
Right
luxury
over
is
there.
not
Yeah.
beyond our
General
means.
store.
I point to the other corner, to the gas station over there. For the two
This-
different shops.
Well,
This
people
fueling
stop at the street
station
and start
holds-
pointing as well.
This fueling station holds great items of luxury? What planet have we landed upon to hold and store such
Here, here.
amazing goods?
I mean, I'm surprised that Samuel knew where to find the candy, considering he just said that he didn't have some either. But hey,
Yeah, no, I was just being agreeable to our friend here. Trying to make him feel less isolated.
I see.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we'll go, you know what? I go to the gas station, and I come back out with an armful of candy. Like just a bag full of different candy types. And I'm like, so here, you got this one. This is like chocolate and some graham cracker, and you break it apart, and it's real crunchy and it's fun. So you get to do that one, and that's nice. This one over here, this one's got caramel in it, and it's really also kind of crunchy. I like crunchy chocolate stuff, so that's kind of what I got some. But then I also got this little thing. These are little colored pebbles of sugar that are really tasty and sweet. And then this one, and I pull out for the final one, a chocolate egg, and I say, now, this is for you. Careful, there is a toy inside of it, so don't eat it whole. You need to break it apart and get the toy out first, and then you can eat the egg.
Miraculous! They have
You didn't
found,
get the Marsh UFO.
they
He's
have
missing
found
my favorite childhood candy. I run into the store as well and come out with it's like a piece of chocolate covered in like a little, like it looks like a little UFO, but like inside is a marshmallow. And I'm just like, you should try this one. It's very simple.
Egg, overwhelmed, holds the two in either hand. He says, I do not understand. First, they have cut off a slice of a Martian monster and used it to create a white substance that can be edible and sweet at the same time. And on the other, they have found a poultry to lay an egg of chocolate and miraculously placed inside a small plastic toy. How is this possible? What magic has been wrought to create these things?
Confectionery, my friend. Confectionery
see.
is that school of magic.
Egg gazes in wonder, and then slowly takes a bite out of the chocolate egg. I see.
Give me a might check, level 4.
The bitter
you
taste
gotta chip a tooth.
of cocoa, combined with the sweet taste of sugar. A confectionery magic combined with cream. What was the difficulty?
Oh no, this is
4.
this is how we find out that Egg is diabetic.
No, God, no.
A
Fantastic.
success.
Yeah. All right.
Just a
very,
success.
yes, this is very good. But you are not hopelessly enraptured by it. So this was going to determine whether or not you were going to have a crippling addiction to candy.
I think Core would have gladly failed, but
Yeah, I think
no.
Yeah.
Egg already has so many crippling obsessions now that he's in a wider world. I don't know why this can't also go on the pile. Oh, my God, he says, as he literally takes like the Martian thing unwrapped and puts it in his pocket because he doesn't understand things melt, and
Yeah.
he reaches
Oh,
inside
dear.
the egg and pulls out the little capsule with a toy in it. Amazing! A small bean-like object. I can toss it. I can throw it around like a ball. A toy.
No, open it up. Break it open.
Okay, but he puts the chocolate in his other pocket.
Oh, dear Egg, my dear Egg, don't put chocolate in your pocket. It'll ruin your clothes.
I see.
It's like putting soup in your pocket.
Can you hold this? He hands you the chocolate.
If
I will save it for later. And then he opens
Oh.
up the toy, and inside he pulls out a small, a little. Oh, it's the puzzle pieces. The most disappointing toy. He pulls out the puzzle pieces. Amazing! Small pieces of cardboard. These could be stacked together.
Yeah.
Wait! They have interlocking pieces, and they form an image. What miracles have been wrought? What miracles, my friend?
All right, so he's going to be distracted for the next 2 hours. We can
Yeah.
go get some stuff done.
Did you get a bag that maybe I can put this in? I don't want to carry around chocolate like a toddler's mother.
Yeah, I have that just black gas station plastic bag
Yeah.
that everyone
I'll
knows.
just- there you go. And
Egg really
Okay.
is like an
all
articulate
right, whenever you want
toddler.
more candy, Egg, it's in your little baggie that Papa Samuel has.
Yay! Chalkies for Egg, says Egg.
Yeah, so as you guys are kind of having this experience, this enrapturing experience for Egg, you see a news bulletin pop up on one of the street televisions. And it doesn't show you, but instead shows a space station exploding somewhere in the galaxy. It seems that the Crash Clan is active somewhere.
Hey, Egg,
Huh?
Egg,
Oh,
look
look at that.
at that.
That's a 1 megaton sulfuric copper explosion. Look at the green color. Impressive.
Nice. Yeah. Looks like it was your people there, according to that little ticker at the bottom.
Of
Says
course!
Crash Clan. Yeah.
Egg looks at.
Do
Does
you
it say what the building
recognize the-
was?
Location?
It seems to be a supply and research facility for the Empire.
A supply and research facility. Most likely, it was supplying various goods, services, mostly cargo, to Imperial endeavors.
Yeah. Well, congratulations to your
Hey,
family
wait a
then, I
minute.
suppose, on a
That's
job.
that's
well
my
done.
signature
Recognize it?
color.
What? Someone copied your recipe?
Says Egg.
Do you recognize the facility? Go ahead and make a intellect check. This is going to be a difficulty 6. This is not going to be an easy one.
Look at the brilliance of that coloration, the flourishing flame, and the way that it distributed the shrapnel of the supply depot. This is a masterpiece. Look at those
I'm
trajectories.
gonna use
Some
an
of those could enter
ability
the
I
atmosphere.
have.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I am. I'm just trying to see if I see
So
anything. I
I've
might
got
just-
something called Inspiring Ease. That through stories, songs, art, and other forms of entertainment, I inspire my friends. After spending 24 hours with me, once a day, each of my friends can ease a task. The benefit is ongoing while you remain in my company and ends if I leave. But it resumes if I come back. Anyway, I have an ability to ease a task for you, so we can reduce that by 1.
Nice.
Just
Reduce
my presence
the
is calming.
difficulty by 1. Is that how that works?
Yeah, so what you're going to
Yeah.
do is you're going to add an asset instead of reducing the overall difficulty of the roll.
Okay, I'm going to do the thing that DMs hate. I'm going to use a lot of effort, and just so that I can
love
make
it. What are you talking about?
DJ improv more. Sorry, did you say add an asset? Wait, I just reduced it to 5. Is that okay?
That's also fine. Yeah.
Okay.
It does the same thing either way. What we got?
That is a success.
Very
Yeah.
good. Yes, this
With
is
my
a
2 effort.
research station that is not widely used anymore. In fact, it is mostly abandoned in orbit around one of the moons of Troja. It's was meant to research like gravity fluctuations, and it, like I said, is mostly defunct.
Egg says,
Why
That's-
would Crush
wow,
Clan
they targeted a
blow
central
up a
research
facility
station.
Like that?
well, of course, this
No,
is obviously
Why would they
floating around
target
the capital and supplying weapons.
No. It was abandoned. Why would
hell,
Crush
that's-
Clan target something that's abandoned?
There-
You would know
I
that
mean-
the Crash Clan would never target something that was completely abandoned.
The Crash Clan would never target something that was completely abandoned. That's ridiculous. Obviously,
Yeah.
the point is to send a
They
state.
like-
I can.
They want collateral damage. The Crash
I
Clan.
visited this facility while I was in school, while it was still active, just for some like training and stuff. But yeah, this has been abandoned for years.
Well, that's
Indeed.
maybe it was re-abandoned. Can I have more chocolate?
Maybe. It's in
Yeah.
your bag.
There you go. I hold up in the bag
It's just
for
got-
him.
It's just got like a brown stain over his mouth now.
Yep. We'll cut back over now to Seer and Windless. Windless draws the curtains closed in the room and goes, "You're going to need to step out of the apparatus, Seer.
Why?
You need absolute relaxation. You need to
That-
feel."
Stepping out of the regalia would be the opposite of relaxation for me.
Yes, but you need to feel the environment around you.
I'm perfectly capable of tactile sense within the regalia. We do it with the armor on.
All right. Well, I don't know how it is my magic, as you say, works. I do know that it manifested, or began to manifest early when I was a child, leading to the abandonment of me in the streets by my parents. So, just, and he just, like, looks at you, he goes, "Are you able to sit cross-legged on the floor in that thing?"
Yes.
All right. Well, just join me on the floor, then.
Yeah, I
And-
think Seer easily kind of settles into, practiced meditation pose, cross-legged, arms kind of laid out along his knees and just stares at Windless.
All right. So, this is... Can you at least take off your helmet? That's a
No response.
Okay, got you. All right. Well, within us all, and he just kind of sits there and thinks for a second, is a well of great potential. We all have a different potential. We all have a different path to take. Everyone with our gifts has a different gift. Yours seems to be bullying people with your little psychic blasts and such. Mine is a little less clear than that. Mine allows me to see moments of possibility. Those moments of possibility, usually, until recently, were what I thought to be the only possibility. I'm just watching everything like move in the background. Of
Wind
course.
blowing in.
Oh, that's a cat.
Kitty.
We all have, that is a beautiful cat. We
Oh,
all have
Egg, please put down the stray cat. You don't
I
know where
love
that's
him.
been.
I love him.
I don't know. I
Egg.
don't think we can keep him. I'm really sorry.
And
Very
I like to imagine that it's these moments of possibility that lead to our unique forays into magic. Like I said, until recently, I believed that all of the possibilities that I saw were fixed. I've had some time to think about this. since you, forcibly removed me from the Eye of the Tyrant. Which I'm not upset with, by the way. I do appreciate being alive. But we should try to discover what it is that you are gifted with more deeply. What your focus is. While you can probably never see the future or possible futures as I do.
No, you shall teach me this. Your understanding of magic is deeply flawed, Windless. But you will teach me how to unlock the potential that you have.
Well, I mean,
That is why you are alive. I do not need you to explain how my own powers work. I need you to tell me how yours work.
Right, I will do my best. So, when I see things, they usually just come to me. But we could try to teach you that. I need you to focus, and I need you to focus deeply. This might take a while of study. And he's just like trying to think of just about anything at the moment to appease you.
Yeah, this is completely unreasonable, and Seer does not care. He's just like shifts.
All right, so I need you to sit and allow your mind to go completely blank. Just glaze over. Don't even see the things in front of you. See through them.
Done.
Really, you want to almost see yourself from the third person in a way. Go ahead and make an intellect roll. This is gonna be like a level 9.
Does magic training assist with this at all?
It does, yes. It does.
Cool. So I gotta roll this with this is the asset of that. Understanding magic. I would like to I guess hang on, if it's level 9, I would need a 27 on a D20 to get that.
Or
so,
a natural 20 with consequences.
Or a natural 20. So even if I spend the most amount of effort I could not feasibly get this on a D20.
That is correct.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go ahead and just roll flat, because it does not matter what. Yeah, okay, cool.
Now, as you look past the physical and into the metaphysical and in between the layers of the universe itself, like a multi-layered cake, really, just think what it is you want to see. What do you want to see, Seer?
I wish to understand where this path leads, and whether or not it is possible to cleanse the evil that is set into my order.
Let me roll some dice real quick. You see as Windless's nose begins to bleed in front of you, and his eyes roll into the back of his head as he goes completely still and stiff in this moment. His fingers are digging deep into his knees as he freezes. Not even a breath escapes from him in this moment. And then he releases and crumples before you. We're going to bounce back over to our friends as they deal with shopping. PK, Samuel.
So,
You wanted to find some goggles, right?
yeah, I think we're standing in one of the gas stations in front of the sunglasses rack, and I'm just trying on different pairs right now.
Not that one. It
Which
doesn't
one?
suit your face shape.
Yeah, alright, hold on about this one.
Oh, those are a little bit small, don't you think? They just make it look
These?
a little bit. Oh yeah, that could do it. Maybe.
Maybe?
It's
Okay.
got a little bit of a glam to it. It did on
Yeah.
the edges there. Do you want the glam,
I don't know, maybe I could do some glam. I might be able to...
or do you want like if you're the pilot, do you want cool aviator style?
Let me look for that as I start spinning it around.
Maybe with
trying
a bit of
different-
fade in them. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, a little like a like sunburst
amber
tint.
to-
The amber. That's
yeah,
the thing. What do they call
the
that?
amber- the amber tint, and it just like
yeah.
it like
that'd be
ombres
good.
down basically. It would.
Yeah,
I
that'd
think I think it would suit you.
Egg,
Yeah,
what
I
are you
think so,
doing
too.
while they are looking over the sunglass section?
Egg is standing there, like, nodding along as if he understands and is like, yeah, glam. Very glamorous. You're very glamorous, Samuel. I agree.
Thank you.
Egg, make a notice check for me, level 2.
A notice check?
Yep, this is gonna be like an intellect, like a perception.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Success.
All right.
Yes.
There is a familiar person who has walked by outside. There is a Crash member out on the streets today. And you see him walk by the window of the store.
Which Crash? Or do you want me to choose the Crash?
You can choose the Crash.
Okay, it's a new one?
It's a new one.
Okay. Iota Crash. So Egg's like, yes, Samuel, I believe. Iota Crash?
What?
Why Iota?
And he just turns around and immediately walks out of the store.
Yeah.
Uh,
Should we follow him?
What do you think about this one? Where's Egg? Where'd he
No,
go?
he's gone. I feel
Yeah.
like we should kind of make sure he's okay.
Samuel
We
follows
have
Egg out
just
of the
loosed,
store.
Egg with a sugar high onto
Yeah.
the streets.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I put down the glasses and chase Egg out into the street.
Egg,
Yodi!
you follow Iota.
Shouts Egg as he immediately steps out onto the street. Yodi! Yodi!
He turns around. He goes, Omega.
Yodi!
And he does that big-handed thing, where it's just like he goes to give
Yeah, the Predator handshake.
Egg, last I heard, you were locked up in the joint.
They can't keep this old egg in a shell too long. Last I heard you were...
I always knew that shell would crack.
Last I heard you were planting bombs under booger monsters on Iota 6.
Yes, that strategy kind of went out the way when we realized that there was a bit of sapience to the creatures. Kind of felt bad afterwards. But...
Well, you know what Alpha Crash says. If you're making changes, nobody's a stranger is.
That's
Nobody
right.
a stranger is.
Change. Egg, buddy. What, the hell are you doing on Judah?
Well, I am with my new... He turns and looks at Vesper and Samuel standing there. But, crew...
The cat.
Crew.
Interesting.
And
So...
we're... we're trying to find our way back to... Crash Station. Egg trails off. Are you headed back to Crash Station?
I'm not. I'm here on assignment, just temporarily. I'm picking up our brother here, who was deep undercover. And then,
Theta.
well, we're going to be laying low for a while. Have you
I see.
heard from the family at all?
Well, I've heard from you and Theta.
That's fair. Well, I thought the worst would happen when you found out.
What? Found out what?
I don't know what.
They all turn
You
and
didn't-
simultaneously stare at Samuel for a moment, and then turn back to each other.
What? I'm invested.
You didn't. You don't know?
No. That we've opened a new wing at Crash Station. I found out about that years ago.
Egg, there's been a bit of a schism in the Crash philosophy.
Schism?
Oh,
A Crash
there's
schism?
been a rift torn between us.
A rift? A rifting Crash schism?
You see,
Sounds bad.
your brothers, the ones that you went on that last mission with,
Yes?
they've departed from Alpha Crash's philosophy.
Epsilon and Lambda?
Indeed,
Why? How could this be?
they've decided that we weren't doing enough. They've taken over Crash Station.
What? What happened to Alpha Crash?
Nobody knows at the moment. It's quite harrowing, really. Absolute bloodshed in betrayal of the highest order. In fact, I am fairly sure that they betrayed you.
That would be ridiculous. That's not what Are you sure you're not just misinterpreting? Like, maybe they showed up and were like, we're taking over because you're getting a little old, Alpha Crash, and let us take the reins from you. And then they all laughed and played Crabble, our favorite game.
No, buddy, they seem to have absolutely just decided that our life-respecting ways of Crash family and following Alpha Crash's teachings are just not brutal enough against the Empire.
Don't understand. Have they even written a manifesto?
They have! They don't
What?
seem to care about civilian casualties at all anymore, buddy. Starting to
it's
find
true.
his voice, you know.
It's true.
Indeed.
Then, I see. Can't believe it!
So wait,
The Crash Clan was supposed to
they're
unite
not.
all... What? He says Egg, uncharacteristically, like, turning around to Samuel. What?
What? I was not never. They're not killing civilians anymore. Is that what you said?
No, they're killing civilians.
Oh,
They're-
okay.
They're allowing for civilian casualties. This is against the Alpha Crash ways.
I had it backwards
Yes.
in my head there. Okay.
So then, what blew up the research facility?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a really good question. I wasn't aware of any new ongoing saboteurs. Honestly, I
Well, it was
wouldn't be surprised if that
abandoned.
wasn't us at all.
Yeah, it said it was used our friend Egg's here signature color. And the signature copper phosphate explosion.
He's quite upset.
Yeah.
Well, this is...
Well,
Copy my man's
This-
style.
This is... Can I have another chocolate, says Egg.
Oh,
Here
yes,
you go, buddy.
Here you go.
Oh.
Ah.
Here, pass it down.
Egg, I'm here to pick up Theta and lay low for a while. Which means
Right.
that I'm really going to need you to lay low as well. You should
Well, I should.
do something
still
about that
true
handsome
crashers.
face of yours.
You're still
Indeed.
true crashers, right? Then maybe I
Oh,
should...
he's
go with
got
you.
something. I pull up his little scarf, just reach around, and he's okay. We'll take care of him.
But... Well, I should go with them, Vesper. They're my brothers. brothers in blood.
But that... You said we were your new... clan.
Yeah.
Hey.
We're like your parents now.
Hey.
Oh dear. I wouldn't go that far.
Egg looks down at his scarf. Bye Bye Butterfree starts playing. He looks down at his scarf.
I go over to the stroller and pull out a sun hat. Put
Oh,
it
dear.
over Egg's head. Cover up, you're gonna get sunburned.
I mean,
This is...
if you feel like you need to, Egg, I would understand. I don't
This is
know
my
what we would
destiny.
tell Seer.
I need to return
I don't-
back with the boys and concoct a plan to return Alpha Crash.
I don't know. We're laying low for a while, Egg. If things are working
Yes.
out and you're able to get things done with this group, you should stick with them. We're going to be hopping... Well, we're heading to Black Star. They've offered to take us in.
Egg says, "Where is your
What's
shuttle?"
Black Star?
It's at the spaceport.
Right.
But listen,
you go ahead.
if-
I'll join you in a few minutes.
Are you sure about this?
Yes.
It's...
Of course I am. Of course I'm sure.
Egg?
And he pats you on the shoulder and he goes... And he reaches into a pocket and he goes, well, if you decide not to, you can at least contact me through this. And he hands you a little communication device. Courtesy of Black Star.
Say farewell to my vaunted allies. Then I will join you,
And he-
says Egg, as he takes the device.
He looks at you and he kind of like does this this shoulder clasp and then like a bit of a headbutt, you know, but like a soft headbutt, you know. And he goes,
See,
well,
says
we'll be in communication soon. And he
See.
heads off.
Crash Clan collaborate.
See.
Clash.
Yeah.
Oh.
I
love that.
Egg turns back around and says, I suppose this is farewell. If they're leaving soon, I do not have time to return to the hotel and say goodbye to my good friend Seer.
You're not gonna go with those guys.
What do you mean?
They're
course
going to
I
Black
am.
Star. No, we're going
Yes.
to Black Star too. Eventually, maybe. I think.
News to everybody because you have not shared this information yet with
I was going to say, Samuel, you've been kind of making some faces when he said Black Star. Do you know what that is? Because I'm a little lost.
Yeah, they are who put me onto the Eye of the Tyrant. That was the organization that hired me. So,
Okay.
I don't know entirely if they're trustworthy or not, but it was, I've been asked to deliver you to Black Star, so I'm not saying that that's what I'm going to do or that's in the plan, but if they're headed to Black Star, Egg, you don't need to go with them because we can get there ourselves anyway. And if that's where they're going to be, let them go there and find all the information that they can at Black Star. And then instead, you stay with us, and that splitting up of the Crash Clan, that two different Crash parties going to two different areas can learn more information than all three of you going together.
No, the Crash Clan has been split up enough, it seems, says Egg. And I can meet you there when you arrive. He steps forward and puts a hand on PK's shoulder, or Samuel's shoulder, and says, Samuel, you are a strong man, even if you do not seem it. Your
Okay.
wit
Thing.
and your speed become a true fighter,
Mm-hmm.
a warrior. You have the drive within you to change the worlds. Godspeed. Vesper, your power over the undead is terrifying. But your power over your intellect is stupefying. Out of all of us, you are the most caring, the wisest. Please, make sure Seer does not fall back into the pit he was in when we met in the eye.
Well, if this is gonna be goodbye, then I suppose it's that. But I want to give you one more warning or one more try. I don't think they have candy at Black Star.
My duty is...
Stay with us and you can have all the candy you'd like.
Egg's lips quiver and he says, My duty lies above material things. Even my cactus.
Oh, the cactus.
I must please make sure
Yep.
Mr. Prick is well watered. He needs a dip once every 2 months.
I'll dip your prick every 2 months, Corb, don't you? Egg.
Thank you. Thank you, Samuel. Now,
You're very welcome.
farewell! And it just turns and, runs. Shoving people aside. Out of my way! Towards the starport.
There goes.
We bounce over to Windless. And Seer. As all of a sudden, Seer, you see Windless just pop back up with a Seer. Egg's in trouble. We need to get to him now. Oh, I can't hear you. Uh-oh.
Oh. That's...
We've lost
Egg's
Seer.
in trouble? Seer is wrapped in shock silence.
Ah, there we go.
There we go.
Hello, yes. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
Cool. My voice mod just decided it no longer recognized my inputs.
I love that. I love it when it does that.
Yeah. Seer just reaches out, grabs Windless by the collar, and rises to his feet, kind of hauling Windless up into the air. What did you see?
Explosion. Death. Seer was in great pain. No, sorry. Egg was in great pain. It wasn't what I wanted to see. We need to get to the spaceport. Now.
I throw Windless away and stomp away to the spaceport.
Wait, no! He comes running after you. I'm coming with you. He's my friend too. And
Fine, do not get in the way.
you make your way to the spaceport. How would you like to get to the spaceport quickest?
Yes. So I will go and start heading out. So where is the spaceport? Is it in the city? Is it outside of town?
It's like
Is
just
it-
outside of town. Pretty close to like around where Cosmos is. It's kind of like your industrial garage and spaceport area, and so it's where all the commercial flights would be from.
All right. I imagine we're kind of like at the shitty kind of truck stop hotel in Chuta. I imagine that I kind of stomp outside, see a rack of hover bikes up against the bar. Go back inside, find the first person I could see that looks like the owner of said hover bike. Walk up to them and say, "I need your vehicle."
Sees your armor, recognizes the authority that you would have, and he goes, "It's yours. Take it. I don't need it anymore anyway."
All right, I take whatever keys I need from him or whatever ID code I need to activate the hover bike, run back outside, get it going, and just like the episode 2 Duel of the Fates thing happens.
Yes, absolutely. You zoom off, and Windless runs up behind you, and he's got like a bucket of chicken wings, and he's just like, yeah, and he hands it to the guy, and then pops, and you feel as there is somebody on your shoulders, and he goes, "We gotta get there quick. Should we message our friends?"
Do it.
All right. And he hops on his communicator, and he... Vesper? Samuel?
What's up, Windless? Is Seer torturing you too much?
no, we have a little bit of an emergency. Please keep Egg away from the spaceport at all costs.
He's just left with his brother? Cousin?
Shit!
I'm not entirely sure.
You need to get there as soon as possible. We have commandeered
Clanmate.
transportation to get there.
Okay, well, I see him. He's a couple blocks. I can still see him running down the street, so let's go just follow him. And I'll just go kind of like jogging after. I'm not going to catch him, but I'll jog after Heg.
Just me shouting, Egg!
Yeah.
Egg, come back!
You all see as Egg steps onto what is the equivalent of like the bus.
It'd just be a bus.
No. It
The
has to
equivalent
be
of a bus.
It's a
Equivalent
space
of
bus.
a bus.
So
Yeah, the bus.
It's on the hover bus.
I need a
Ooh.
speed check from Samuel and Vesper as you are attempting to catch up after, essentially your friend walked away roughly 10 minutes ago. You
Can I spend a experience point to do a player intrusion and use serendipitous landmark to kind of aid that a little bit?
Yes.
Because it seems like it says just when it seems like the path is lost, trail marker, landmark, or simply the terrain or corridor bends, rises, or falls away, suggesting you the best path forward.
Absolutely. Yeah. So go ahead and spend that experience point. That's perfect. You see Egg hop onto the space bus behind his buddy, and the door closes, and you look around trying to figure out the best way to get you and Samuel to the spaceport, hopefully before Egg gets there. So let's see. You're gonna look around, and you also find some hover bikes. It's just too convenient.
Oh no.
That's right. Let's go with some Grand Theft Auto here.
I look around. The bus closes. I round the corner and it drives off. I'm like, oh, damn.
Samuel.
It's real convenient. The keys are right in there, and there's no one around.
Wow.
Who's so fucking stupid to do this? Okay. Shit.
If we're gonna catch him, we need to get there. Look, a hover bike with the key still in it.
Yep. Come on.
All
You
right.
drive.
Oh, okay. I
don't-
was gonna. You don't want to fly it? All right, I'll fly it. That
Not
makes sense.
really.
All right then, hop on the back.
I'm
I
just
will.
gonna pull up my scarf.
I'm gonna put on my I'm gonna put on my cool new aviators that I maybe stole from
I'm
a gas
just gonna
station
reach
without paying.
around and pull up his scarf as well.
Yeah. You right down the road, and that is going to sound terrible with the AI voice enhancement. It's probably going to be like,
And the
people are going to be listening
and
to
the
this
shop
episode right
owner-
now, and they're going to be like, yeah.
the shop owner runs out and is like, "They stole my glasses and my 2 bikes."
Oh, that's right. You didn't pay for your glasses.
We didn't pay for the glasses.
Well, they ran out of there so quick. What can I say?
Hey,
That's amazing.
We're all literally like
Those damn criminals!
we're only like a block away from the hotel too, which is so funny. We haven't gone very far at all. We're just going to a gas station down the street.
So, Samuel, this is going to be a piloting check because, it's a hover bike. Therefore, it is kind
Yeah,
of
for sure.
it's a vehicle of some sort that you have to pilot. Go ahead and give that to me.
Sure, I'm trained.
Seer,
in
you're going
this.
to do the same thing, but it's not going to have a training in it. So it's going to be difficulty 4. You're trying to get there quickly and
All right.
safely.
I'll go ahead and spend. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna spend 2 levels of effort.
All right.
Oh,
Nope.
no.
So I needed to get a 6 on the die, and I got a 2 instead.
You just hear behind you, see, I think it was a left that way. And he points to the right. No, wait. A left that way.
You can see the future. How can you not give directions?
I don't see it in real time.
Then start trying. The worst we've ever seen Seer.
I rolled a DC of challenge rating 4, the DC 4 check.
Oh yeah.
And with my training, I rolled a 9.
Oh yeah.
Or I needed to roll a 9, and I rolled a 19, which is a crit.
Which is great because like you have to like cross a river, and you know hover bikes don't do water, right? Everybody knows that without extra propulsion, hover bikes don't do water. And
Need
so,
the ground effects.
You see as the bridge is starting to go up, right? And there's a barge coming through, and you just you can make that jump, and you do. So you just
Let's go.
everyone just
And
looks up. They see as Vesper and Samuel are just flying through the air.
Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
Everyone's like, ooh, ah. Some child drops their ice cream cone as you. And sparks fly.
I stand up out of the seat. I take my hands off the handlebars in the air.
It's absolutely just a spectacle to be seen for sure. Some tourists is just like.
I spend an XP. I'm going to spend an XP for a player intrusion.
Yeah.
To have a bunch of bald eagles fly by.
Wow,
A bunch of bald eagles. A whole flock of bald eagles fly by.
America.
Baseball eagles.
Yeah.
Here. We go over this thing.
Whereas
One has a guitar and is playing a riff.
Yeah.
Can I have Seer pull up to the traffic lineup outside the bridge and just like
And then you two are arguing, and then I just go zooming by, like down the middle of the street. Just jump
yeah.
it.
what's that Samuel?
traffic in the city is awful.
I can make this.
Well then, you're
It's not sea
just
breakfast.
sitting there waiting. The light turns green.
Look, I am trying to take down the Empire and the Templars, but I'm not a monster. I'll respect traffic laws.
We're gonna cut to the bus. As
I was
Egg
gonna ask
is
if we
sitting.
could have a little
Absolutely.
vignette. Yeah, he sits down next to like an old lady or something. It's like pulls like a goopy marshmallow out of his pocket and just tries eating it. Nothing's right.
No,
Wipes it off on the
buddy.
seat.
It'll be okay. We will restore the Crash family honor, bring Alpha Crash's name back into the forefront of our philosophies, and we will heal this rift between us.
Of
Promise
course,
you.
that is the Crash way. Say,
Now,
Odie,
yes.
do you remember?
Aha.
Do you remember what life was like before you were adopted into the clan?
Ha! Now that you question me about this, I can't seem to recall much at all. I
Me neither.
probably had a mother somewhere.
It's
about
just, you know, I don't recall anything. You know, I was taken in very young. But these last
This is true.
couple weeks, especially this last week, with those folks I left behind, I felt like that's what life would have been like. You know? Just
Yeah.
finding your own path. Having people around you that aren't always focused on a mission.
Indeed.
Making connections that aren't just about manifestos and revolution. I guess that's not my fate. But sometimes it's nice to imagine.
Your fate is always your own, Omega. Did they make you happy?
My family makes me
Did you
happy
feel
at my mission.
like you had family?
I suppose.
Well, who's to say that that's the wrong way to proceed?
Odie, I have spent 1 week, 2 weeks with these people. 3 weeks. You lose track of time on the app.
You've been... Yeah.
I spent a lifetime with the Crash Clan. I know what must be done. Not about me.
Well, the Crash family is always happy to have you, especially in these tumultuous times.
Yes. What did you say we were going to Blackwater? Black Rock
Black Star.
to do?
Black Star.
Star.
They're old school. They, been around for a long time. In fact, they're one of the Crash family's biggest funders. They're one of the group that really inspired Alpha Crash to take on this anti-imperialist, anti-evil group that is known as the Empire, but to do so in a way that really touches the hearts of the civilians of the galaxy.
They have chocolate there.
I don't know. And he like clasps you on the shoulder and he goes, "But we'll find out together, brother."
Right, says Egg as he does the Predator handshake again. I'm looking forward to it.
Indeed. And we'll cut back over to Seer as the light turns green. And you got it.
Music starts up again.
And yeah, you go ahead and I need two more or a piloting check from both of you again. It's going to be the same difficulty, which was
Another piloting check.
yes.
Could be another crit from me, let me tell you. A critical 4.
Yeah.
Meaning I did not meet my need of a 9, so I failed this roll.
Could I potentially assist Samuel with my find the way ability?
Ooh, absolutely. You can.
I know it's like my thing,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, that would have bounced you down one difficulty, which would have still failed, unfortunately.
Yeah, I still.
okay. Never mind.
However,
Sorry, is that
Samuel, you kind of like you see this.
I think I just get pulled over for jumping the bridge, and I'm just like, getting rid of a ticket.
No.
Yes, officer, I understand. Yeah, that was a bad idea. Okay.
It's really cool to see. Like that was something, and then all of a sudden you just see as Seer and Windlass fly by, but there's two people crossing the road with a couch, and you see because Seer crit. You see as Seer just lowers his foot down, which is armored, and kind of like just drags, and he like tips the bike down, going underneath the people with the couch.
I was actually going to suggest
So
that like Seer
tall.
sees the couch coming away, and just like flips his hand up and like
Just
shoots the
throws
couch
it.
into the
Oh,
stratosphere.
absolutely. The police officer just looks at you and goes, "Sir, you're free to go. I've got more important things to worry about." And he like puts his little siren on, and just goes to take off. It's not a very fast vehicle, and you're able to outpace him quite quickly, Seer, as you see the bus stopping at the spaceport terminal. And since you both crit and fail, both of you,
Tied.
you both kind of show up as you kind of lose Egg in the crowd of people.
But do we
See
see
me
each
where-
other?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You essentially arrive at the same time.
right.
Oh, dang it. Okay,
Was
never
that you
mind.
at the bridge?
Yeah, that was me at the bridge. Was that you? Was that you with the couch?
Yes.
That
What
was
happened?
What happened at the bridge? Oh, well, we jumped the bridge, but then the cop.
What
told us
happened with Egg?
Oh, he met his friend. He met one of his brothers.
Cousin, somebody.
Yeah.
I propose if this is an emergency, why don't we split up? And then I like go to touch Seer, but I stop, and I turn it and touch Windless instead. And I create a mental link with Windless.
Oh. Yes.
And so I say to Windless, look, in his head, I can now hear you. This will last an hour. Doesn't matter how far we get. Why don't we split up? And I start to say things aloud. Why don't we split up? Me and Samuel can go look for Egg this way. You guys go that way.
Absolutely. Hey, Seer, we should go this way.
I'm going to proceed straight away to the transit terminal and just kind of like arrive there and say, by order of the Templars, I need a complete registry of all ships departing the spaceport, and I need you to suspend operations for the time being. There's terrorists present at this facility.
There is indeed. That is true. So you're not lying. Go ahead and instead give me a persuasion, because like there was no lies spoken.
Yes,
While he's
however,
rolling that, I'm gonna suggest to Samuel, why don't we go check the newspaper stand just in case Egg has decided to pick up more candy?
Good call. That's a good call. Yeah, I go run into we go find a newspaper stand.
What's the difficulty of this roll? And I'm assuming that I get to roll
Low. It's
intellect?
a 3. Yeah, this is gonna be an
Cool.
intellect. Yeah.
Well, I am unlikable, so this is going to be hindered.
That's right, because it's a
no.
pleasant social conversation in a way.
Yeah, this is pleasant. There's a terrorist in here. This is pleasant.
So there's
yeah,
like
yeah,
a
go ahead and
terrorist
say
I don't know.
around? I don't know. Maybe you want to stop operations or something. I don't know.
Like maybe, dude.
Yeah, so
Maybe.
sorry, difficulty 3 you said, so I'll bump it up to difficulty 4.
Yep.
I'm gonna go spend 2 levels of effort. I got plenty of intellect.
All right.
Alright, total was a, total I needed to beat a 3 on the die, I got a 13.
Total is a 13.
Yeah.
Very good. It's a success. He goes, oh no. Thank you, sir, for your service. I will do everything in my power to make sure that no spaceships, no one's leaving this port. And he gets, we need to stop all travel in and out of the spaceport. And he's just like panicked. I've just got wind of a credible threat to our operations here. And you just see as like all of the on the ticker on the boards, you just see delayed, and like you just hear like almost a collective like as
Sound of
everybody
all the signs
is
flipping over at once.
quite upset.
There's just casually ruined like 100 people's days, and he just does not give a shit.
Yep. Oh, my vacation.
We run up to the newsstand.
kids before I pass away.
Yep.
We run up to the newsstand and it automatically shutters down as we get there. We're just like, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dang
So,
it.
you, Egg, are stepping on
Yes.
board a ship when your crash pal kind of turns and goes, this might be a little bit of a long drive. Can you go and pick us up some food? It's gonna be non-stop from here to there.
Sure, says Egg. What do we need?
Oh. Whatever you can find. And he just like hands you a handful of credits. This should suffice.
Right. I'll go look for some food, says Egg. Hey, Odie.
Yeah, buddy.
You know, I misspoke. I did remember one thing. When I was a kid. Just a memory in the back of my head. I was on a man's shoulders. I guess it must have been my father. Looking out over a crowd at a spaceship taking off. I think it's a nice memory.
Hold on to that. Always. Those memories are what
Thanks.
keeps us going. It's what we're fighting for. Always remember that.
CCC.
Now,
He says.
we have 10 minutes, and luckily Theta's got us some clearance to get out of here quickly. Now go, go, go! And we'll cut back over to Samuel and Vesper as you are looking around for your friend.
I think in the panic of the pandemonium that happens and the crowd bustling all around us, I'm looking around, looking overhead. Maybe have sight on Seer across the way, and just kind of just give him like a gesture across the crowd that I'm like, I don't see no one. And turn to Vesper, it's like, I'm not over here. We want to go find a. See if we can ask your guard or something. Ask one of those security guards.
Guard.
Okay.
If he's not at the newspaper agency, I don't know. What do they need? Do they need anything before? I don't know. How far is Black Stars? You know? Could we potentially find the ship going off to Black Star? Is that a secret?
The place they gave. I mean, they told me where to meet you, or where to take you, so I know where to go. It's a bit of a fly. It's a long haul. Probably need to get fueled up before they head off, so we got some time there. Obviously, if they're on lockdown, they're not going to be able to leave. So, I think
What
we'll be
if
able to
I
find them.
just climb up on your shoulders and have a look around? I guess quite tall. Granted, I would be taller than Seer then, and I could probably like scan the crowd.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. That sounds fine.
Hey, I don't know. If you have any other suggestions, we'll go with that because it's not the best one. I just thought newspaper stand. We've just got him hooked to candy. He might want to pick up more, but
Here, how about this? And I'll, go over to the side of this newspaper stand and offer to boost you up on top of the stand so you can look across the crowd. Because I'm not very strong. I don't think I could carry someone on my... I can't carry another adult on my shoulders.
This is going to be a perception check. And Seer, you can also roll a perception check. There is a lot of people here, and they're starting to get a little annoyed by the fact that they are stuck in this terminal.
Could I use my heads-up display, which allows me to, again, kind of boost my vision?
Absolutely.
And just kind of use that to kind of, like, I don't know, zero in on faces and try to peer around the area.
Yeah, absolutely you can. So that's going to be a difficulty 4 total, and then that's going to provide an asset for you to kind of lower that as you are looking around the crowd, hoping to find where Egg has gone.
intellect, correct?
Intellect, correct, yep.
You know what? Wait, literally, this is what it's for. I'm gonna use my skill boost to perceive.
Ooh, very good.
So
That is a cipher for those of you who are listening.
Yes, I'm good.
It eases one specific kind of physical action by 3 steps, which is significant.
I will
Yeah,
use
so
my
I think it's 0 for me at that point.
Yeah.
I rolled a 4 and I failed.
Yeah.
So, Seer, as you're like looking around, just like it's like analyzing faces.
Yeah, I activate the kind of a special pre-run program, like authorize perception protocols.
Yeah. Absolutely. In fact, like it's looking around, and you see as it like focuses in on somebody carrying a ton of snacks. What kind of snacks did you pick up, Egg?
Egg has like 20 Wetzel's pretzels and a bunch of like a few loaves of bread, a few chocolate bars, and a bunch of protein bars.
Very nice. Very nice indeed. Yeah, you are out on the what is it called? The runway, I guess. It's kind of a runway. It's more of like a launch pad situation. Just carrying all of these items. Seer, you see Egg walking towards the ship. However, you also see a group of well-armed, blacked out clothing individuals also approaching from other areas. I need everybody to roll initiative for me. This is going to be a difficulty 3, so not terrible. However, Vesper, it's going to be a difficulty 4 for you because you did not notice. Well, and Samuel. However, you do hear in your head, because, there's a connection between you and Windless right now. I love that.
I got a 1.
Let's go ahead and take an experience point and give it to someone else as you all fail. That is wonderful.
Wow.
I love when that happens. That's like my favorite thing.
no.
Not everyone.
Oh,
Not
Not
everyone.
everyone.
Oh, right.
Hold up.
I'll give.
actually, you know what? This is, let me click there. Initiative. I said this is difficulty 3.
Mhm.
Windless is a person. And he crit. That makes sense. He's with you. It's more so that he didn't crit. It's more so that you grabbed him by the shirt and pulled him along, I would imagine. So he's kind of forced to go with you. As you begin to
experience.
just push through. Yeah.
I'll give an experience to Seer.
As you begin to push through this crowd of people trying to make your way through this mess of chaos. So, Seer, what would you like to do?
I'll go and look over to Windless and I say, warn the others. And I'm going to advance. And what I would like to do is, does it look like those soldiers with black, or not soldiers, but like the people in black gear? Do they look like soldiers? Do they look like kind of like, rebels up to no good? Is it like a criminal outfit? What is like Seer's immediate takeaway?
Yeah, go ahead and roll for me a...
Will this count as the action, or just...
Nope, I will. This is just going to be a free thought, essentially. And so what I'm going to do is... this is going to be a difficult...
Sorry,
Oh, yes.
I guess just the basic question is, are they like Imperial uniforms?
They're not Imperial uniforms.
Okay, so it doesn't look like hangar security. So I think that Seer will just assume that they're bad news. So he will stomp on over towards Egg, and without saying anything, move to wrap him up in stasis.
What is the distance in which you can do stasis?
Short range. So what I'd like to do is get as close to him as possible and surround Egg with this cocoon of psychic energy,
It's
which
going to
will
be a
keep
bit
him
before
safe.
you reach, because think of it this way: you're inside the terminal, but there are windows.
Yeah.
And I would say that the windows are currently Egg is going to be a very long distance away. The
Okay.
windows are currently a long distance away.
Okay, and the soldier, the goons are closer to Egg than us.
No, they also seem to be pretty much a very long distance away from Egg. Like they're coming from the opposite side of the spaceport.
Oh, I assumed that they were coming. Does it look? Sorry, these goons. Where are they heading? Are they going to Egg? Or are they going
They're
to
heading
us?
towards the ship.
'Kay.
Weapons drawn.
Okay, so if I can't get to Egg this round, then I will get as close to him as efficiently, as quickly. I don't care who I have to shove. I don't care what I have to break. Like, Seer's just going to spend the entire turn getting to Egg.
Alrighty. Yeah, so that will be basically just a double action, which will allow you to move a long distance, which will get you to the windows. And of course, you don't have to stop moving at that point. You can just walk through these windows in the suit that you're wearing. As you guys hear, well, Vesper, you hear from Windless, eyes on him. He's and he gives you the location of where Egg is, and he goes, well, I'm gonna try something. And you see as black wings pop out of Windless. More so, you don't see that. More so, you see a black figure pop up out of the crowd and begin to fly as he makes his way towards. It's called Void Wings. It's great. All right.
What?
As he flies towards where Seer is. That is going to bring us to our bad people, who see you, Egg, and you do not see them. In fact, what are you doing? What is just so distracting
Egg
as
is-
you're carrying?
Egg is like walking, and like a chocolate bar falls down. He's like, ah, crap, and he bends over to pick it up, and like more fall off the pile in the other direction. He's like, ah, damn it. Rough day.
Absolutely. I
Kinda
love
looking around.
that. As four figures raise their weapons, two of them are going to shoot your way, Egg. Go ahead and make a speed defense roll. This is going to be a difficulty 3.
Thankfully, I am trained.
Actually, it's going to be a
in speed
difficulty 4
defense
because they're
specifically.
shooting together.
All right.
speed defense.
If I'm trained, yes. Oh, right. I can just roll from there. That's right. Okay.
Yep.
Speed defense. 4. A 20.
That's a natural
Critical
20. Go ahead and
Oh,
take an experience point.
nice.
20.
Give it to someone else.
Okay.
I'm going to describe this
I'll
for
give
you
it
if that's okay.
I'll give it to Vesper. If you got a vision, go ahead.
Oh, thanks.
So, as you said, you are. Why can't I hold all these pretzels and chocolate? And essentially, like, you drop them and just phew, 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 right over your head.
Yeah, right over.
Impacting somewhere behind you. You don't even hear it because it was silenced.
Yeah.
But you kind of like feel it, you know, like almost like a hornet just flies by your head at super fast speeds because hornets are terrifying and they fly way too fast. And it's just like, whoa.
Hornets.
And then you go to pick up another thing, and another thing falls, and you move off to the side, and another shot flies past you. You are heading in that direction, and when you look up, you see on the other side of this landing pad area these 4 very like well outfitted soldiers of some kind heading in the direction of the ship that you're heading in.
Egg waves at them and says, "Thank goodness, exterminators are here. There's hornets in this place."
Very good. That is going to bring us to Samuel and Vesper.
Right. As I'm climbing down, I tell Samuel what Windless told me. I think I'm just gonna kind of jump down and use my fleet of foot to move a long distance
Yeah.
towards where Egg is.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. That will get you to the window. So you're not quite to Egg yet, but because of your fleet of foot, you were able to essentially kind of like step around very deftly around all of these people, you know, pop over them, you know, under everything you're able to do. You're able to get to the window with relative ease because of that. Samuel, what are you doing?
Well, I have no fancy abilities to get anywhere quickly, so
It's gonna take us.
I'm gonna start making my way through the crowd, but I'm going to use an ability called Understanding, where I pretty much just observe or study a creature or object, and my next interaction with the creature or object gains an asset. But I think I'm mostly just trying to understand the crowd and things like that, and just kind of like just get a view of it,
Yeah.
and then start making my way through and go. Just trying to pass it, just trying to get that little asset forward.
Absolutely.
Pay it forward somehow.
Absolutely.
As I make my way.
Yeah. You. I'm gonna say that'll allow you to also get to the window as well.
Alright.
Basically, just using your ability to kind of like do something similar to what Vesper did, which was fleet of foot, right? It allowed her to move further distance. You are paying attention to the crowd. You're seeing the way people are moving, seeing all the gaps, and you're just your enemy is the crowd right now, which is going to bring us to Egg. What would you like to do, Egg?
All right. Are these guys? Are they close? They're close-ish now. They're closing in.
No, they're a very long distance. They stopped for a second and began moving towards. It's more of like the suppressive fire situation as you head towards the ship.
Well, I'm just gonna keep walking towards the ship and give them a thumbs up for a good extermination job so far. That's it. I don't know who these guys are.
Yeah. Yep, absolutely.
So I'm like, I walk up to the ship and I'm like starting to walk up it when I guess that's the end of my turn. That's it.
So you don't quite make it to the ship. You were still kind of a long distance from the ship, whereas those people are a very long distance from you, and then the ship is a long distance from them. So like you're able to travel a short distance without essentially using a action, and then you can get kind of on the later end of a short distance, usually with a kind of a double move. But it's really hard to double move when you can't hold all of these pretzels and candies. So
yes,
you continue to head that way. Seer and Windless's turn is next. Windless is going to put his arms underneath Vesper's arms and pick you up.
Okay.
Basically to help you get a little bit further. Seer, what are you doing?
Continuing on, same as before, trying to get to Egg. If I can get within short distance of him, short range, then I will do what I outlined last turn.
Very good. So, you are able to get within a short distance of him with everything that has happened. So, you let loose a stasis. However, this is an unwanted stasis, mostly because Egg has no idea what's going on. And he does... I mean, yeah, it's weird. So you're going to have to roll against his tier, which is really easy because he's only a tier 2.
Okay.
So.
That's an intellect roll.
Yep.
Okay, and so tier 2 difficulty 2?
Tier 2 difficulty 2, yep.
Okay. Oh.
How?
That's okay.
He got too cocky.
So, I needed to beat a difficulty 6 on the D20, and I got a 4 instead.
If I may, I mean, Egg is like he's stumbling around and he trips on a little stair and stumbles forward, and the field appears right behind him as he stumbles over.
And Seer just closes his fist and just yells out,
Yeah, Seer yells out.
No,
Egg.
I don't need any eggs. We've got food, he says.
"Egg, get down!"
Who said that?
Like, basically just like scream at him and just like short range, hopping up and down.
Seer! I gotta go. Did they tell you where I was going?
I gotta go. Oh, man.
Anyways,
I think
is it
Sears-
the bad guy's
yeah.
turn now?
I think so, yeah.
Yes, it is. As Vesper, you are currently dangling about 30 feet above the ground. As Windless is flying you towards where Seer is, and kind of like drops you, not from 30 feet, but like dips down and drops you.
Yeah, safely.
Safely, exactly. And he drops down behind like a barricade in order to not, get shot. He drops you also at the barricade. It is the bad guy's turn. The bad guys are going to continue to shoot at, everybody now. One is going to shoot at Vesper. One is going to shoot at Seer. One is going to shoot at Egg. And one is going to shoot at Windless, because Samuel's still making his way.
I'm still at the window.
Still at the window.
Looking out on the tarmac.
So that is going to be a difficulty 3, because they are targeting each of you individually.
Success.
All right, Seer.
Fail.
You you are just too worried about Egg. You're not paying much attention at all, as you take 3 points of speed damage. Vesper, you also take 3 points of speed damage, and
Brought down to 1, thanks armor.
armor's great, yes. And then Windless is going to wing it. Windless is also going to take 3 points of speed damage as
Gonna get winged.
that happens. It is now going to be Samuel and Vesper's turn.
All right, I'm gonna go. So I'm up at the window overlooking
Yeah.
the launch pads, seeing some people shoot at my friends from across pad. I kind of got this, view from above. I'm going to pull out my blaster rifle and shoot out the glass, and just cause enough of a scene that hopefully Egg will notice and start to fight a bit. So I'm gonna shoot just gonna shoot out the window and probably aim at one of the bad guys. I think I'm trying to think if I should I'll just shoot one of the bad guys out the window.
All right, difficulty 3 to hit.
All right, 3. Shoot him. Hey, a 19 total,
Nice.
so that's a crit.
Yeah, absolutely. You just see as one of them just goes down.
Yeah,
Just absolutely annihilated that man.
yeah, blow out the window, hit guys, and just take him down.
Yep.
Take cover behind one of those like metal airport trash cans.
Very good. Very good. All right, so Vesper, what would you like to do?
Can I get to Egg from my position?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, I'm going to run up to Egg, just grab him, and Egg, it is not safe. We have to get out. And
Vesper,
I'm
are
just
you
gonna
okay?
start pulling him. We have to go now. And I'm going to pull out my my cipher from my equipment cache
Yeah.
and produce, I don't know if this is possible, but like a light grenade, like something that'll like burst out so I can throw it to whoever's like
flashbang?
coming to shoot. Yeah, flash grenade, that's the word.
I'll allow that.
And chuck it at the people that are shooting at us
yeah.
to kind of blind them a little bit.
Yeah. That's going to make it a little bit harder for them to hit you. Go ahead and chuck and roll. That's going to be a difficulty. If you want to get all of them, it's going to be a difficulty 5. If you want to get 2 of them, it's going to be a difficulty 4. If you want to get one of them, it is going to be a difficulty 3. And it will scale downwards, essentially. We'll back it
Okay.
up.
And if this is a level 6 cipher, does that affect it all?
Yeah. It basically means they're not going to be able to protect themselves against it if it hits them.
Okay. Speed or might?
This is going to be a... You're chucking it. It's going to be a might.
Okay. I will try and get some of them. So difficulty 3. I'm going to use an effort.
Okay.
And chuck it and 19.
All right. Yeah,
Another crit.
absolutely. All 4 of them see this grenade. Dun, 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 dun. They look down, and then poof, as a bright light goes off, they're going to have a harder... In fact, I'm going to say with the 19, with it being a crit and that being a minor effect, they are blinded for a round. So
Okay.
they are stunned.
Let's go.
Very good.
So, is it my turn?
It is your turn, yes.
Are these guys, like, these bad guys, are they within melee? Like, I can run up to them and hit them this turn?
No, they are unfortunately a long range from you at this point. Very well, long range. The far
Okay,
end.
then I'm gonna do something. Then I'm gonna do something dumb instead.
Throw Vesper.
No, maybe.
I would plead with Egg to not kill people.
Egg turns.
Let's
Egg says,
just get
"Vesper,
out."
you're shot. What's going on?" And he looks over at Seer, like blocking shots. He looks back at the men. You're not supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be leaving.
We have to go. We have to go. We have to leave
I need to go
this
with
place.
I need to go with my clan.
No. I don't think it's a good idea. You need to come with us.
But why not?
Windlass saw something. The space station exploded. You need to get out.
Exploded. But oh my, the gods. By the stars. Could it be? And
Did I listen in on this?
hold on.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
Egg?
think like what Cyril offers is just like, Egg, if you get out of here, I'll make sure that your family gets safely out too.
Egg is like in shock, and he drops all of his supplies. And bear with me. I have an amazing idea. He drops the supplies, including a can of ravioli, and it starts rolling down the steps towards all of the armored men. And player intrusion.
Yeah.
I want to use perfect setup.
Uh-huh.
So 3 foes are standing in exactly the right spot
Yeah.
while they're blinded. So that this rolling can goes underneath each of their feet, and they fall over like bowling pins. And also, I'd like to make this part of the move, control the field, so that they are maneuvered into position I desire. Even though maybe I don't desire it. And they all and the position is they like tumble into each other and like fall over like bowling pin.
That's beautiful.
I was gonna say like bowling pins.
Throw all the ravioli in the world.
I love that.
It's gonna win us the day.
It's
That's
just one
amazing.
can.
Well, and
one
you
can.
specified one can. One can did
One
all this.
can.
This hero of a can.
Which you got, along with a bunch of candy. You're like, protein bars, candy bars, a couple loaves of bread, a can of
Chef Boyardee.
ravioli. Yeah,
Yeah, there's got to be a hot plate on the ship.
yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. So it's one of those situations, right, where like these guys are like walking around blinded, stunned, they have no idea what's going on, and then all of a sudden a can of ravioli goes underneath their foot. You just see as one of them, and then he falls into the other one, who then falls into the other one. And it's just cascading dominoes of people as they're just trying to figure out what's happening to them. That is going to bring us to Seer and Windlass.
Yeah, I think so. Seer has made the offer to Egg. You know, if you get out of here, I'll go save your family. And he's already going to start heading towards the ship that Egg was approaching.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to try to clamber up that boarding ramp if possible this turn.
So he was still a long distance away. You can, in fact, get to the ship. You wouldn't be able to board the ship this round, however.
Cool. I'll start running to it.
All right. You see as all of a sudden you start to move forward towards the ship, and ribbons of black energy swirling black, like, wrap around your arm, your other arm, your legs, and around your neck. As you are prevented from moving forward, I need you to make a strength or might check. This is going to be a difficulty 5 to get through this.
Okay. Yeah, I'll spend effort. And that was a 16 beating a 12.
Very good.
Yeah.
You are able to rip through, and it's too late by the time you get there, but you hear as Windlass yells, "No!" And that was Windlass's action, was to prevent you. That is going to bring us to the idiots who...
Bro, is that a difficulty 5?
It's just the special ability he was using.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a difficulty 4, essentially, for you to get to the ship. And it hindered that by essentially restraining you, if that makes sense.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Yeah, totally.
And so it's just like, no! And you see as the idiots on the ground are clamoring around, and one of them reaches for a thing on his chest, and you realize that it is a detonator, and he presses the button. And the ship explodes in absolute carnage and fury as shrapnel goes flying everywhere. Seer, I need you to make a might defense roll. Difficulty 7.
Alrighty.
Everybody else, this is going to be a might defense roll, or no, speed defense roll, because you're not taking the full brunt of a blast. This is going to be a difficulty 3, because you guys are further back, and it is just shrapnel, and there are places to hide. Success.
I will spend 2 points of effort. It may be dumb. Let's see. Big old fail. I had to beat a 15. I got a 10.
All right. Aaron.
Mine, for some reason,
I
didn't go
also failed.
There it is.
Samuel Appalachian.
I succeeded just with the...
And we are going to roll 1 for Windlass as well. His is going to be a 4. He was focused on something. But he is going to use effort. Windlass also fails. And that's where we're going to leave off for this episode. Thank you all for joining us for this episode of The Eye of the Tyrant. If you liked what we're doing, or if you want to hire any of us, check out the links in the description. You can have any of us run a session of just about whatever you can imagine by hiring us on Start Playing Games. You can follow us on all of our socials, or you could buy some cool merch. Join our Patreon if you really like what's happening here. And we will see you all soon. Everyone say goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
Farewell, folks.
Bye, everybody.
Dressed
Goodbye.
by